video. Uh, as I've talked about in previous videos, and I think have actually shown in previous videos, I enjoy doing alcohol ink paintings. The problem with alcohol inks is that there is a fading risk, that alcohol inks are not light fast. So they will fade in time, even by themselves, but will particularly fade if they are exposed to sunlight. So that's kind of gotten me a little bit worried, and I've been straying away from it, but I have to say I really do love using it. So one of my favorite substrates to use is ceramic tile. Get these at any of your local home improvement stores, and they are very cheap. I think this piece was less than $1, and you can get them in 4x4, 6x6. I forget exactly the size of this. This is maybe 4 by I don't know what. Really good hint that I've learned, but before I get into that, once I do an alcohol painting on this and it's dried sufficiently, what I like to do then is cover it in resin, and it gives a beautiful surface and a beautiful shiny coat, and it does protect the alcohol inks from chipping off or being rubbed off by accident. It's not going to prevent fading. That is just a given. Alcohol inks will fade no matter what. Might take, some might take longer than others. Ultimately, they're all going to fade. My best recommendation for you is that you scan it. If you can, if the surface isn't too glossy, you can scan it to preserve the artwork, or if you can take a high resolution photo of it, you can do that too. I make these for myself. I have sold a couple of pieces, but I have told my customers, they may not last forever, and to keep them out of direct sunlight. So that all being said, one of the hazards of using resin is that resin you have to pour on. Resin will then drip down the sides in drips and then collect underneath. And quite frankly, they're a pain in the ass to get back off. There's been different methods that different artists have used. We've done tape along the sides using frog tape. That I've heard doesn't work very well. I've used silicone tape, which does work, but it's particularly thin. It likes to roll up on itself, and it starts wrinkling because it's really thin, although it works really well. When you pull it off, the resin comes off along with it. Electric tape, I've heard, works really well. I haven't used it because I came this close to using it. This close. But I heard of an even better trick, and that is liquid latex. I don't know, is this coming through backwards? Anyway, this is liquid latex, which I've ordered on Amazon. Affiliate link will be below in the description. And this you just brush on. So what I did was I brushed on all the way around the sides, on all 4 sides, and on an edge along the bottom. See the shininess? That is the liquid latex. What's going to happen now is that when I do my final pour of resin on this, and it will, because this gets elevated onto a couple of cups or some kind of stabilizers to keep it elevated, you pour it on and it drips down the side. Once it drips down the side and it solidifies, I can then just peel off the latex, and that excess resin will come off with it. I've seen other artists use it. It looks phenomenal. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to try it, and we'll see how this goes. So now that I've prepped the sides and the bottom, the next thing I'm going to be doing is cleaning off the surface with I don't have it in front of me, but I have 91% isopropyl alcohol. If you have that or 99% isopropyl alcohol, those are the best things to use. Try and stay away from 70% isopropyl alcohol, which is easier to find. The differences between them, for those of you who don't know, the difference in the percentages means if it's 70% isopropyl alcohol, it means that it's 70% alcohol and 30% water. 91% means that only 9% of that is water. The higher the water content, the less it's going to work well with your alcohol-based inks. So it's best if you use a higher percentage of isopropyl alcohol. Okay, and I've said that word too many times in the last, 30 seconds. So, I'm going to go ahead and just clean. You don't need to watch me clean this off. I'm going to just pour a little on here and rub it off and let it dry. And then that'll be prepped for me to start some painting on it. So next clip will be of me actually setting out my colors. I'll show you the colors that I'm using, which brand I'm going to be using, and we'll go through the materials list. Okay, see you soon. Bye. Hi everybody, I'm back. So I'm sorry about the lighting situation. I don't have the best lighting in my room. I only have, and I've mentioned it before, I only have an overhead in here. And one of these days I'll get some proper lighting. So here's my piece. I've already cleaned off the surface with, here is 91% isopropyl alcohol. You can find this basically almost in any pharmacy or in one of the big kind of membership club type stores, like Sam's Club or BJ's or Costco's, and you find a better deal with that. So what I did was I took a paper towel, kind of rubbed it down, and the reason being is because you don't want your finger oils to get onto the surface. What will happen then is that will interfere with your alcohol ink flows. Now, for my alcohol inks, my palette tonight that I'd like to use is from Jacquard. This is a Pinata brand. This color is Señorita Magenta, and this is a really beautiful magenta color. I'm also going to be using Baja Blue. You can see that color there. I'm going to be using their Mantilla Black. Yeah, my bottles are all messed up because I'm just very messy of an artist. And this is from Ranger brand. This is Gold Mixative. Okay. And I know that a lot of people prefer the Pinata Golds. Honestly, I can't find mine. I don't know where I put it. It's I try and keep all my materials at once, but sometimes I travel with my materials and I'll do stuff at a live show, and so I'll pack it up and I put it someplace and then I forget where I put it. So now this bottle has a little metal ball bearing in there to help with the shaking. This is a mixative. It's not actually an alcohol ink. This is not a transparent, but it'll give some nice results. I will also be using a glass dropper because I can't find my pipettes. It's probably with my gold. And I'm going to be using a hair dryer. I want to try a new technique, which I've never done before. I'm trying to do some really ghosty wispies here. So here we go. Let me shake up all my inks first. And again, with these, I got these on Amazon. You can find them in art material stores, craft stores. As you guys know, you can tell by now, I like to order from Amazon. I really don't have time to go to stores. To go shopping. And Amazon, to me, I'm a Prime member for many, many years. For me, it's just a no-brainer. I will list all these products down below with my affiliate links if you guys want to purchase them. You'd be helping me out by allowing me to do more videos, tutorials in the future, or if you consider this somewhat of a tutorial, and purchase more materials so I can continue my artwork. You'd be supporting a local small artist. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I always like to uncap, if I can uncap, yes. I like to uncap my my materials because it helps me work freer. Okay, and that's partly why my bottles are such a mess. Okay. shake, but just a little extra shake. Want some fries with that shake? Ha 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 ha. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop some alcohol on this. And let's drop 1 drop of magenta. As a matter of fact, let's drop 1 more magenta. Oh, 2 more came out. Okay, so now we're going to put our hairdryer on low. Oh, that really moves it a lot, doesn't it? I guess because I have a lot of alcohol here. Alright, so this is a lot more color than I was intending on having. So why don't we break this up a little bit here along the edges. Now I just have a big block of ink right in the middle. And I'm getting some interesting effects. I don't know if you can hear me over the hairdryer. I am getting some interesting effects, and I'm not hating it. It's just not what I've been looking for. This is kind of interesting. This is more of what I was looking for. Okay. So obviously what I need to do is use more alcohol and a lot less paint. So that 1 drop, excuse me, I should have kind of left it alone. It's interesting, I'm getting some cell action going on here. You know what? I'm just going to go for broke. Well, that's given me some interesting results here. I do not think I'm going to go with the blue and with the black. I think it would just overpower this. I was really, honestly, kind of shooting for a kind of ghostly, whispery kind of effect, and that did not work out. And of course, I lost my caps. My blow dryer just blew my caps right off the table. Right. So I'll have to go play in search of. And I think we're going to need a lot more alcohol. And I don't mean to drink. Although I know some artists feel like, I need a drink after all that, but no. I'm going to lower this down and lower the temperature because it was running really hot. Alright, that definitely makes a big difference. Using this on the cool setting as opposed to the heat setting, which is what I was doing. And by using the cool setting, it's also lowering the pressure. So, okay. I'm kind of liking the interesting effects that's going on here. Now I think I am going to use some golds. I'll put a drop of gold right in there. I gotta say, guys, I like the Jacquard gold better than the Ranger. Okay. And so, as is my prerogative, I've decided to add in some blue after all. One drop right there. Now the blue is intense. So you can see it's already spreading out. What do you say? Do we go for broke and add a little black? What do you say, guys? Let's just say, for the heck of it. I'll probably regret it immediately thereafter, but what is art if not experimentation? Oh great, my alcohol lines are going through the wax paper onto my table. Luckily this cleans up with alcohol, so be okay. Alrighty then. Do this again. Okay, I am not hating this. I am not hating this. think I'm a happy camper. This is kind of neat. It's giving me a lot of really cool effects. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm going to move the camera, so it's going to be a little... Well, of course I'm not, though. I told you guys I'm clumsy. And I'm really bad at this, so... I hope I'm catching this on camera, guys. I can't really see what I'm doing. So, it's a really neat piece. I'm going to finish it off with my signature glitter touch to this, and then I'm going to call this one complete. So I'm going to let this dry overnight, and tomorrow we will resin and add the glitter. So thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next clip. Hey everybody, I'm back. I really like how this turned out, and I don't think I'm going to be doing anything else to it. So I've decided that I'm going to do some resin, and the resin that I use is from Pro Marine Supplies. I don't use any other resin. I haven't had any yellowing. It's self-leveling. Bubbles are not that big of an issue. I mean, there's so many pluses to it. It's really a great product. So what I did though, to make dispensing a lot easier, because I don't use big amounts of resin at a time. I really work on small projects like this. I mean, the largest one that I did was I forget how big it was. It was like 20 or 14 by 26 or something like that. And that was really a resin an acrylic pour more than a level of resin like I'm doing here. But in any case, because I don't have to really use big pours, I've transferred my resin into these. These are called FIFO bottles, or FIFO bottles, FIFO. That stands for first in, first out. You can find these in restaurant supply stores or in Amazon. I'll put the link below. So the first thing I do is I also have all these little miniature cups, again from Amazon, and below you'll, like I said a million times already, you'll see all my materials listed below where I got them from. So this, on the bottom I wrote hardener, so I know what it is. I always add my hardener first. I'm not going to need a lot because it's only this one piece, so I'm putting 10 milliliters. And another great thing about Pro Marine is that it's a 1-to-1. And now I add my epoxy, and it's an epoxy resin, not a polyester. You really want epoxy more than you want polyester. The polyester stuff, from what I understand, smells more and turns yellow quicker, and it's just not as advisable. This stuff also gets really rock hard. It's really great, and it has a heat resistance of up to 135 degrees, I understand, from what I've been told. You should really give, if you're going to make coasters or anything like that, you should really give it a 30-day cure. Other resin artists have told me. That's the best thing you can do to make sure that it's as hard as it's going to be before you attempt to put anything hot on top of it, because other people have said that if it hasn't cured fully, they put a hot cup of coffee on it or a mug or something and it leaves a ring, so you don't want that. So I'm going to go get my torch. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I like using my torch. This is really great for popping the little bubbles and making sure you have a nice smooth surface on top. Now I think this is pretty much integrated. One of my things that I really love to include in all my work is just a little bit of magical glitter. I use holographic glitter by Mad Micas, and this one is called Nina Simone Sparkles, and it is my absolute all-time, hands down favorite glitter of all time. And it just gives the most unbelievable sheen and shine and sparkle and magic. When the right light hits it, it's like, wow. I mean, it definitely has a big wow factor. Now, the resin is going to make it move. I know I'm trying to be really precise where I want to put this stuff, but it's just going to make it move around it. Okay, so here we go. What I try and do first is I try and at least cover some of where I added the glitter to try and keep it from moving too much. But in the end, it's just going to go wherever the heck it wants. Now, another thing that I have done, that I have learned, is, you know, anytime you use resin and you do a resin pour, it goes over the sides. And the way to prevent that is several different ways, one of which is tape. And of all the tapes, I understand that electric tape probably works the best. Electrical tape. I've tried to use a couple different tapes and have had issues. Have not tried the electrical tape, however. But then, this magnificent artist who, I'm so sorry I cannot remember her name. I will find out and put her name below so you can link to her. She discovered that if you use liquid latex and brush it on, that the resin will just peel right off like magic. So I've already painted the sides and directly underneath the sides on the bottom of this piece. So I am looking forward to seeing how this is going to work as far as drips. Now, I really didn't pour a lot on here. I really have a thin coating, which I don't mind so much. I might do a second coating anyway. So I'm just kind of getting along all the sides. So you might see I'm in shadow here because, again, I'm in my room and I have the overhead on. And you might see the top of my head because I can't see. Oh my God, do I love resin. All right, we're going to leave it there. And we're just going to leave it to do its own thing. So for now, I'm going to torch it. That should be enough. I actually see some areas that I didn't even get. I missed some big spots here, which again I would have gotten in the second pour, but still. Okay, I'm going to give this another hit. And yeah, this is going to need another hit because this is self-leveling. So it should work out just fine. I'm just trying to look at it in the reflection. Yep, that's a whole great big spot right here. And here. Over there. It's really hard to tell sometimes. Okay, I think we're good. So now we're going to sit here and we're just going to let it cure overnight, and then we'll take another look at it. And if I need another coat, we'll do another coat. All right, see you next time. Hey everyone, so it's the next morning. As you can see, there's a high shine going on over here. I ended up putting 2 coats, as you saw last night, on, I don't remember if I filmed that I did a second coat. I did a second coat on this, and it's come out great. I have one little pit, which is in this area somewhere, so I might do a 3rd coat. But all in all, since this is a piece for me, I'm pretty happy. I'm going to bring it up to the camera to show you guys. Actually, it should be like this. This is really how it is, and you can see the shine of the metallic and how these blended together, these colors. They're really beautiful. And you can see the glitter action going on. This glitter is holographic. I don't know if that's coming through on camera, but it looks stunning in person. And I've already peeled off the latex, so you see my edges, although a little stained. I'm probably going to go over them with a black edge, and you see the staining of the ink. All in all, though, there are no drips, nothing that I have to sand off or you know, scrape off at all. It peeled right off with the latex, so it gave me a nice clean edge, and I don't have to worry about it other than just giving it a little touch of paint to just finish off the edges. So all in all, I am really happy with the results of this piece. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I also didn't show you guys, this is a baking mat that I also got from Amazon. This is priceless to me when working with resin, because all the, here, let me move this out of the way. You see, like, these 2 cups kind of got fused by the resin, but I'll just peel this off and reuse these cups, which is great. I try and limit my waste, and I reuse and recycle as much as I can, but as you can see, these are just like little drops of resin. They just come right up. I mean, it's dirty because, you know, I don't really clean this much, but like right here, I don't know if you can see, I have a big blob of resin, and just have to get a handle on it, and peels right off, and that's it. So it's easy to clean, and I don't get resin all over the place. So again, thank you so much for watching. Again, let me put that here so I can tilt it. There we go. So again, thank you for watching the process of my newest tile, which is unnamed. If you guys have any ideas on what to name it, please feel free to post and to comment. If you like the video, please subscribe. Please like and subscribe. And if you want to get any of the materials, they will all be listed below. And I hope that you try this. Alcohol ink is a wonderful, wonderful, expressive medium to work with, and yeah, I hope it's something that you decide to try in the future. Thank you so much, and have a great day or evening wherever you are. Thanks. Bye-bye.